Hello, people of YouTube. Today is December 21st, and for the lucky few out there, y'all gonna get superpowers. So I, being the good old boomer that I am, I'm gonna make a tier list to display the best superpowers that you could get. Hopefully you get some good luck on your gotcha rolls here. What do we have here? So you have the first superpower being to turn yourself into an animal. Now this is a catch-22 situation. You choose which animal you turn into, or just one animal. You're gonna be known as the guy that turns into a giraffe. You whip it out in parties. It's not as useful. I'd say it's more of a novelty. You know, how often are you gonna see yourself in a situation, so be it, that you need to turn yourself into a hippopotamus. You're walking down the store, you see a guy coming at you with a knife, you turn yourself into a hippopotamus. Be like, that's right, I'm a creature of the water. You don't want to mess with me. I have a thick layer of fat, and I weigh 3 tons, minimal. So I'll give this one like a B tier. You know, it's very situational. You don't get to choose what animal you are, and I feel like that one is kind of wasted. Now, electricity. This one is an interesting power, because electricity is known in the Static Shock universe. You know, he uses it to power his little hoverboard. You know, free transportation, free gasoline. And it seems to be there is a limit, but I don't know how big of the limit is. Like, you're using some type of battery. So you're using your own life energy to produce this electronic force. So I'd say electricity is A tier, because you just charge your phone. Be like, you know. And if you look at a mecha super suit, and you could just power your own mecha super suit constantly. You'd be like, so I'm gonna have to give this one like a A to S tier. Electricity is a good power. Now this one looks like Mystique from the X-Men series. So Mystique, I think that's a better, power, because her power is to transform herself, shapeshift basically, or I don't think it's shape. It's copy the person. So you'd be like, hello, I am the CEO of a banking institution. I'm going to take my retirement fund out real quick. And then, just walk out the door. So I'm going to give that one an S tier right there. Highly useful, in your everyday activities. The one with the fire bending, I'm going to have to give that one a B tier, in my opinion. Because it's not as useful as electricity, in my opinion. Because you could use electricity to start a fire. There are electrical fires out there. It's basically the same thing, but with less, everyday uses. So I'm gonna get that one a B tier. A little bit better than morphing into an animal, but I feel like that power, electricity is just a better power, in my opinion. Because what are you gonna do? Burn things? I got a stove. I got a microwave oven for that. I don't need to cook anything. Flight. Now, flight is a catch-22 as well, because when you're flying, are you like immune to the cold altitude? You're not gonna get any altitude sickness. How high up could you fly? Is it comfortable to fly? You get the wind hitting your face, the bugs. You need to wear like a motorcycle helmet to fly. And then how much could you carry as you're flying? Because that is a good issue right there. Like, well, if your power is just flight and be like, save me, I'm falling from a building, and then you just catch, like, oops, you just descend rapidly. Flight, everyone says I want to fly, but I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna give that one a low B tier. None of these powers so far have been to a C tier yet. Actually, let's move turning into an animal to C tier, because it's highly situational. Flight, fire, these are the basic, like, I want to be a superhero. What powers do I want? Hopefully I get flight and fire, I think freezing time. Now this one, this one is very situational too. You see S and A tier, you can just use these every day in your life. You can just be like, yeah, let me just morph into Tyler Perry. Now I'm successful. That's how it works, by the way. Or, hey, I need to charge my phone. My phone is now magically charged. So freezing time, like how long could you freeze time for? What are the the scenarios in which you could use freezing time to your advantage. Nothing illegal, of course. You just be like, and you just grab the lady's purse. Nothing illegal. So freezing time, I'm getting at like a A tier, but a low A tier. Cause you just stop time, go. I don't know what this one is. Oh, breathing underwater. Now this one I think is worse than flight because how often are you going to be underwater? Look at this man. He just has gills. You're going to be in the depths. You're going to be pressurized. You know, how far underwater would you go? I'm just going to give that one a C tier. You know, lower than turning into an animal. Because you could just turn into an animal that could survive in these depths. Like an octopus or a great squid or a giant shark even. I don't know what this one is. Mind control, I think? Or you just turn into a tiny man and you go inside someone's... I'm going to say mind control because the rest don't really make sense to me. So, mind control, that is a highly exploitable weakness. You could be like, I don't need to pay parking. My food is free. Or, so that one is instantly S tier. I'd say it's even better than the Rogue Mystique one. But then, you know, there's limits to it as well. Because how strong is your mind control? How good of an impersonation are you? How you know, the mind is your limit there. You know, you just... Oh, I'm sorry, microphone. I didn't mean to offend you. But the mind is your limit. You are mind controlling another person. You are controlling this person's mind. You're forcing them to do something they don't want to do. So actually, this one's getting canceled. Because if you use this one, you're getting canceled immediately. You're going to F tier. Because you can't be using mind control in 2020, especially. Invisibility. Look. It even shows the drawback here. He has to wear clothes. You can't do it in the winter. You'll be frozen. And you know, you could use invisibility, but you could use this one. You know, this one is perfect because you could just turn yourself into a member of the opposite gender and, you know, hop into the ladies' shower. So invisibility, I'm going to give that one a low B tier. That's another one of these, what superpower do you want? This is not it. This ain't it, Chief. Actually, I'm going to give it more than flying and more than fire. Because I think invisibility is pretty good power to have. But it's not as good as some others. It has a lot of drawbacks. Now this one I think is telepathy. It's just a picture of a man talking to another man via brainwaves. And I don't see the use of that, you know. Unless you're like in a team scenario, if you're like a team player, you're a team group person, you know. You're like... And if I were, you know, doing telepathy there, you would have heard subscribe and like and comment the video. But... you know, I don't have telepathy. Well, could I do it to like multiple people, like the entire nation? I could be like, everybody must dance. I could just spam people in their inbox. I don't think it's good. I'm gonna get out of C tier. I'd say it's better than transforming into an animal, but better than Gills too. Yeah, I guess that's a C tier one, in my opinion. Now, making multiple copies of yourself. That sounds like work. That's the shadow clone jutsu from Naruto. Making multiple copies of yourself, I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, my phone is vibrating. I wish I had a superpower to mute notifications. That would be a good superpower to have today. So making multiple copies of yourself is pretty good. You know, but you know, they're all yourself. So like one of you, who is the real one at that point? You know, that's like a theoretical mess. Because if it's a copy, and like your copy dies, you know, you technically died because you're all the same person. So I don't know. I'll give that one a D tier because it's very useful. But like, well, like one day you're out there living your life, and then like your clone dies. Do you just feel? Is the main one feel it? Do they all feel it? Like, damn, that's sad. Now Ant-Man got a cool power. He turns into an ant. It's very useful. Is what I would say. But I think that's a B tier power, you know. Now, when he does the opposite, when he turns into a giant, now I understand that one, because that one's very useful. You just be like, fee, fi, fo, fum. You just walk up to a little car. You go vroom, vroom, vroom. You know. That's why I'm giving it a B tier. Yeah, that's a good power right there. Just churning small. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's a C tier. Maybe it's C tier. I'd say it's a C tier. Next to like breathing underwater, because like you're small now. So what? What are you gonna do after you're small? You're gonna get stepped on. You're not as cool as you were when you were bigger. You know. Now elasticity. We got Patrick Starr here, my boy. If you know where he's from, comment that below in the comments section. Patrick Starr, he could stretch himself. He's very stretchy. Now this is going up into A tier. Because if you think about it, you always gotta stand up to reach things. But what if you just go, you just be like, woo, I got my sody pop. I don't gotta go to the fridge to get my beer. I can just go, woo, I have it here. Super strength or just a curl and bicep. Ooh, yeah. I think super strength is that's attainable, but all you need is super strength. You know, if you hit the gym, if you're yoked enough, you don't really need more than 500 pounds of just bicep curling. Anything more than that is just kind of overkill. But then again, it is a superpower. It's not just a normal power, it's a superpower. So I'm gonna get that one an A tier. But it's not as good as elasticity, because like you're not gonna be using your super strength every day. You're just gonna be opening a jar of pickles, like and then the pickle gets exploded everywhere. It's insane. Super speed. Now this one is I say it's up there with flight. Cause sure you go super speed, but then like you leave like a sonic boom behind you, and you're like, oh, I'm late to work, and then like you just hear. This one it hasn't been thought through properly, but I'm gonna say it's better than flight, better than pyrokinesis, but not as good as invisibility. The utility you get from invisibility, actually, yeah, because there's no drawback except for you're naked. I think that's how it works. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good tier list so far. Teleportation. Now that one is A tier. That one's going right next to time. Right next to right next to electricity. Because I think these two are really good. These are like really good ones. With teleportation, that's just what you need for super speed. Because you rip a wormhole to reality, space time. You'd be like, I'm late to work. You just open a door or something. And you just go, whoosh, whoosh. I'm back. I'm back to the universe that I came from. Or, you just teleport. It's pretty cool. Now the Force. Woo! Don't get me started on the Star Wars franchise, but it is an A tier. It is an S tier ability right there. I'm gonna say it's even better than turning into a movie star or a beautiful person. Or what if you're already beautiful? Why am I winking? That was the Force doing it. But the Force, it's like mind control. It's telekinesis. It's everything. You could jump higher. It's a bunch of things. But the only problem with Force is that you're held back by your belief system. You let the anger control you, it's not as good. You let the spirit within you, the midichlorian particles, then you're vibing. You're okay. But you're still gonna mess with the Sith. The Sith? I don't know anything about the Sith. What is this one? Water control. That's like up there with fire, but like ill, disgusting. Who would do this? Who would say I'm putting that in like D tier right there. D tier. How about that? Worse than the multiplying man. Actually, it's slightly better. Actually, no, it's worse. It's worse. It sucks. That's like with the Fishman. Fishman? I don't know, man. Fishman, you're going down too. You're like E tier. Yeah. This is good. Because who would be like, Oh, I'm so thirsty. Where did that water come from? Is that your sweat? Is that your pee? What is it? What is this water that is just magically coming out of your body? It's like how when you tell a little Pokemon, you tell a Totodile, water gun, Totodile, and like, where's the water coming from? Where is the water? The heavenly rays are consuming me right now. Oh. Where is the water coming from? Okay, the last one here, X-ray vision. Now you just see bones all the time. It's not as useful. I'm gonna give that one a B tier as well. You know, this has been my completed list of superpowers for December 21st. Good luck out there to you fellow people who are getting your superpowers. Goodbye. Bye. I'm gonna go get out the sun now.